Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Here I am again. You've been seeing my face literally like every day the past couple of days. In today's video, I have some polishes to share with you from CUTICULA for their Black Friday release. I don't have specific details on like sales and stuff right now. As soon as I get that information, I will make sure that I have that in the description box so you guys are aware. What I do know is that I have a 6-piece collection called the Shattered Fantasy Collection, and that is a part 2. I have a Doorbuster polish to share with you. There is a Black Friday exclusive polish, and then there'll also be a gift with purchase polish as well. So in total, I have 9 polishes to share with you today. The Shattered Fantasy Collection are 6 beautiful flaky polishes. Oh my goodness, I kept opening the packages and pulling out the polishes and I was like, oh my god, each one was just gorgeous. I cannot wait for you guys to see them. The other 3 are just as beautiful. CUTICULA is another amazing brand that if you haven't tried, it's definitely an indie brand that you want to try. The brushes are amazing, so beginner friendly, of course. The shop is usually open longer, or for the most part, most of the time, so you're able to purchase polishes when you want, so you'll see like other previous collections in there as well. I've been a fan of CUTICULA for a very long time, so I'm very happy that I am able to swatch for them. Before we keep going, if you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you do. I upload videos with life swatches and I love talking about all things nails and nail polish. Without further ado, let's get into these beautiful swatches. First up is the Black Friday exclusive. So I currently have all of the details for the Black Friday sale. This one is glass slipper and it's automatically going to be 10% off for the first 24 hours. And then it's going to switch back to the regular $13 pricing until the end of the year. So this is an exclusive and it's not going to restock after December 31st. Glass slipper is described as a soft, glowy blue base with fuchsia gold green shifting shimmer. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I was going to fall in love with this polish, but I sure did fall head over heels for this beautiful, beautiful polish. I decided to build it up in 2 coats. I think if you have longer nails, you may want to do 3 coats, or just depending on your preference, I guess. But I was just fine with 2 coats. You can see tiny bit of my nail line, the little that I do have on my shorties. So that's why I'm saying longer nails, you may want to do 3. But the shimmer and the shift are just dazzling. I am barely doing the most here, and like, look at all of these different shades. You see the blue, you see the yellow, you see the pink, you see the gold, like everything all together at extreme angles. It looks like just one solid color sometimes. It is such a stunning polish. And I know if you did one coat over like a dark color, a black, a navy, maybe even like a red, just to like, why not? It will look absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with this polish. You definitely need it. It is gorgeous. Pictured are 2 coats of glass slipper with a glossy top coat. Here is the Doorbuster, and this one is Petal to the metal. This is only going to be available for the first 24 hours once the website opens. And I'm going to make sure I leave all of the details down in the description box the time the site opens, all of that, all the sale prices and everything. But Petal to the Metal is described as a grape crelly base with rose gold metallic flakes. You can apply it in 2 coats for a squishier jelly look, or you can do 3 coats for a more creamier look. I decided to keep it in 2 coats, and I loved the squishy effect that it gave me. I am one for like jelly polishes or crelly polishes that still give you good coverage, good opacity, but also still have that true like squishy effect. I think this one is beautiful. The gold flakies, the rose gold metallic flakies that are in here blend in so well with the purple base. Pink and purple always look really good together. It's just those classic colors that kind of just always just look good together. Like a pink and a purple, you like mix together, you can't go wrong. I love how the metallic flakies are a little bit on the larger side, so they really pop against the nail. Longer nails, if you're looking for more of that like creamier, opaque look, you may want to do 3 coats, or even short nails if you want a creamier, more opaque look. 3 coats is going to give you full coverage, but this one is beautiful. Definitely something I'd see myself wearing for like spring, summertime. Pictured are 2 coats of Petal to the Metal with a glossy top coat. Here we have the gift with purchase, and you're going to get this with a purchase of $75 or more after discounts. And this one is Moonbow, and it's described as a teal base with large particle orange, gold, green shifting shimmer. Oh my goodness, I'm so in love. All of these polishes are just so beautiful. All these polishes. I ended up building this one up in 2 coats. As you can see, the first coat went on a little more thinner than I expected, but that's okay because on that second coat, you really see that coverage building up. I think I can safely say that I am a huge fan of large particle shimmer. It is one of my favorite finishes. Most recently, I think long nails, you may want to do 3 coats on this one depending on how heavy-handed you are with your coats. I could have maybe done a 3rd, but I felt like I was fine with just 2. There's so much beautiful like shifty shimmer, and that large particle shimmer gives enough coverage on the nail that I felt like I didn't need that 3rd coat. Again, another gorgeous, beautiful, stunning shifting polish. This polish just shifts with little to no movement. It is truly gorgeous. Pictured are 2 coats of not Petal to the Metal. Pictured are 2 coats of Moonbow with a glossy top coat. Now we are moving on to the Shattered Fantasy collection. So Shattered Fantasy Part 2. It is going to retail for $78, or it's going to be 10% off automatically actually for Black Friday. So just that is the sale price. Here we have Serpent Venom, and this one is described as a berry jelly base with green, blue shifting glass flakes, and it's going to be perfectly opaque in 3 coats. These, for the most part, I built them up in 2 coats. For me, I felt like I was fine with my short nails with 2 coats. I still got a beautiful coverage, and it still gave me that lovely squishy effect that I like. I think longer nails, it's going to depend really on your preference and your application on you know, deciding whether or not you want that 3rd coat. But for me personally, I think 2 coats was just perfect. I'm really loving this shade. It's a nice vampy shade, but then you have those beautiful like green blue shifting glass flakies, which you wouldn't really expect in this type of like deeper base. It kind of makes this vampier base look a little bit lighter, if that makes any sense. Not lighter in color, but just lighter in personality. Like polish with personality. I mean, but like, yeah, it does. It gives this polish a little bit of a lighter personality, and it really, like that base, the jelly base, just makes it look so glass-like. So you have your squishy base, you have your glass flakes, and it just makes it look more like a stained window effect, I think anyways. It's truly a beautiful polish, very unique in my opinion, something that I do not have in my collection. Pictured are 2 coats of Serpent Venom with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Burning Embers, and this one is described as a brown jelly base with purple red shifting glass flakes. Again, 3 coats will give you full opacity, but I built it up in 2 coats. Anytime I hear the word ember now, I think of that Disney movie, crap, what was it called? If you know what I mean, it's the Elemental. I think it's Elemental, that Disney movie, when I think of embers now. But I love this color. I know it's just described as a brown jelly, but I see like this beautiful chocolate creamy brown, and then those gorgeous purple red shifting flakies really do make this polish look like there are burning embers within that base. And even on that second coat, like I initially described it as like a chocolatey brown, like a milk chocolatey brown, but with all of those flakies in the mix, it really makes it look like more of a like maroonish type shade, just a little bit, like a hint, I think anyways. This is a beautiful polish for the fall. I think it's a beautiful polish for the wintertime as well, if you're looking for something a little bit warmer. I'm in love with those glowing flakies in this space. It's really pretty. Pictured are 2 coats of Burning Embers with a glossy top coat. Next up is Kraken's Wrath, and this one, again, it's going to be opaque in 3 coats, and it's described as a teal jelly base with green, blue, shifting glass flakies. my blue polish lovers, this one is going to be for you. This one, I feel like I could have done 3 coats on my nails. I ended up just doing 2, but looking at the video footage and my pictures, I feel like maybe a 3rd would have benefited me, and I think it could have been my application. It did give me that beautiful squishy effect that I like. The flakies, there's so many jam-packed in here that I had enough coverage to hide any little bit of nail line that I did have. But I feel like if I did a 3rd coat, it would have made that base a little bit more opaque. Well, it would have made it more opaque, and maybe just pop a little bit more, like give it a more brighter look. Nonetheless, I think it still looked beautiful just in 2 coats. I think when I wear this in the future, I'll probably end up doing a 3rd coat, like do 3 thin coats, just to see how it would look. But again, the flakies in this are glowing just like the other ones. It's so pretty. I love the squishy effect that it gives on the nails, but still has amazing coverage. Pictured are 2 coats of Kraken's Wrath with a glossy top coat. Moving on to Underworld. Again, it'll build up opaque in 3 coats if you have longer nails or if that's your preference. But this one is described as a deep blurple base jelly with yellow gold shifting glass flakies. Oh gosh, another gorgeous one. I can't stop saying how gorgeous and how pretty and how glowy all of the flakies are in this collection, because they truly really are. I did 2 coats and I was happy with just 2 coats. I know this was described as like a deep blurple base, but I see it more as like an eggplant violet type of color. What I really love about this polish is that those gold flakies make this look really royal, and it could just be because of that beautiful purplish blurple eggplant base, and then you have your classic like gold flakies in there. It just reminds me of a very royal polish. I think it's very pretty. Pictured are 2 coats of Underworld with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Majestic Waters, and this one is described as a blue jelly base with blue, purple, green shifting glass flakes. Another beautiful blue polish. This really is like Majestic Waters. You can see that it's super squishy on that first coat. I built this one up in just 2 coats and I was okay with that. Again, longer nails, even short nails, it's really going to depend on your preference whether or not you're going to want to build it up in 3 coats. I think you just have to be careful with how you're placing your brush and how you're swiping across your nail. You don't want to press down too hard. Not that you don't get enough flakies on the polish, but I think you just like, you're going to end up smushing things around and separating them. And you can see here on, this is like totally user like error. I didn't really spread out or disperse those flakies on my nail as best as I could. I was in a rush. I just, slapped on the polish and I wasn't looking or thinking about placement or anything like that. And like I said, it's not like you really have to think about like, oh, I have to fish out all of these flakies and make sure I put them on my nail really good. It's because these are truly like jelly bases, and you have that squishy base. So it's loaded with all of the flakies, and it's just, you really just have to think about how you're placing that brush and how you're swiping it against your nail, not applying too much pressure where the flakies are just gonna like disperse in whichever direction they want. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it makes more sense just watching me. But anyways, I love this color. It's beautiful. It's bright. Definitely like a summery winter color. So summer color or winter color, I think. Because when I think of winter, I think of bright blues, soft blues, any type of blue really. And then obviously summertime, you just think of bright colors. But beautiful shade. Pictured are 2 coats of Majestic Waters with a glossy top coat. And wrapping up the collection, we have Twilight Dragon, and this one is described as a purple jelly base with purple, red, blue, with purple, red, and blue, purple shifting glass flakies. This one is like the party one of all of these, I think. It's just so fun, so fun. You see what I mean about the flakies, right? They're so packed in this squishy base that they're kind of slippery and sliding around everywhere. Not in like a bad way, but you know what I mean. Like it's just a squishy base, so everything's kind of slippery and moving around. This sounds funny. But anyways, I built this one up in 2 coats. I thought it looked beautiful on my nails in 2 coats. Longer nails, maybe you might want to do 3. It just depends, again, on application and what you prefer, preference, and all of that. This one was a very fun polish. I was really loving that bright purple base with those beautiful like pinky red, purpley flakies. They look a little more like pinkish coral to me. Definitely a polish for my purple lovers. It's so pretty. They're all pretty. They're all so pretty. I think if you're thinking about picking up any polishes from CUTICULA, if you haven't tried any, this is going to be your opportunity to try and pick things up. There's going to be a 10 to 20% off site-wide sale for CUTICULA. So if you use the code CUTICULA BF20, which I will list down below, you will get that discount. And some prices are already automatically discounted as well, but I'll make sure to leave all the details down below. Pictured are 2 beautiful coats of Twilight Dragon with a glossy top coat. Okay, I told you. Beautiful, gorgeous. Oh my God, so good. There is not one that I'm going to be able to pull as a standout because honestly, they are all gorgeous. Flaky polishes, amazing. You have the gift with purchase polish that has hollow flakies. You know, that's my jam. The glowy polishes, everything just beautiful. Again, I'll make sure I leave all the Black Friday details down below so that you know exactly when the shop's going to be opening, and any discounts, any sale information, all of that. Thank you again for watching. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these polishes, if you are planning on wishlisting them, if you are writing things down as you go, because there's so many pretties that are going to be available for Black Friday. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one.